And the mean absolute deviation for the following set: 50, 45, 35, 37, 40, 29, 30. Make sure you also find the mean before you find the mean absolute deviation. The mean here is 38. Subtract the mean from each data point. Make them positive. Find the mean again. The MAD is 6. A survey was given to students asking them to rate their experience at Pebblebrook High School on a scale of 1 to 20, with 20 being the best. Here's the data that was collected from 10 students. Create a box and whisker plot. Find the IQR range of the data. Right here we got the minimum is 3, first quartile is 8, and median is 11.5, third quartile is 15, maximum is 20, IQR is 7, range is 17. The range is found by the largest minus the smallest. IQR found by quartile 3 minus quartile 1. Alright, method found the median by 11 plus 12 divided by 2 because there's not a number in the middle. 11.5. A group of students were polled to find out how many were planning to major in a scientific field of study in college. The result of the poll are shown in the frequency table below. Create a table of the joint and marginal relative frequencies. Remember, find the total of the columns and rows. Make sure you find the total of the whole table. Out of the juniors, what percent are planning to study a scientific field? Out of the seniors, what percent are not pursuing a scientific field? Around the nearest percent. Right here we make our frequency table. We divide our joints, about 100 by 700, and we get 1/7, which is 14% or 0.14. Each one of those joints, we just divide what's in the center by the total. And then for the marginal, we divide what's the total of the row by the total of the table, and you get the percentage there. So that'd be 330 over 700. Out of the juniors, what percentage study a scientific field? We do 100 out of 330 because it's out of the juniors. So you're only looking at the juniors. So out of 330, there were 100 out of 330, which is 30%. Out of seniors, so seniors, we know it's going to be looking at 370. Then did not, so that's 250 out of 370, which is 68%. Tyler and Alyssa each paid a bonus at the end of each month. This table shows their bonuses: who had the greatest median, who had the greatest interquartile range, who had the greatest range. Make sure you put the numbers in order to find these calculations for each person. Alyssa had 280, which is higher than 270 of Tyler. Tyler had 30, Alyssa had 50 of the interquartile range. Alyssa's higher. Alyssa had 90 on the range, and Tyler had 50, greatest minus smallest. Right here, use the table below to answer the questions about the U.S. residential carbon dioxide emissions from 1993 to 2002. Emissions are measured in million metric tons. Find the best fitting line for the data and the correlation coefficient. Y equals 19.9x plus 1006.15 for the line of best fit. R equals 0.96, which is a strong positive correlation. Mode 32, enter the X and Y values. All clear, shift 1.5. A is your y-intercept, B is your slope, and R is your correlation coefficient. Which of the following graphs has a strong negative correlation? A. Alright, going down close together. D is a negative, but it's not as close together as A. The events of X and Y have a correlation coefficient of negative 8.9. What is the relationship between X and Y? The events have a strong negative linear relationship because they are between negative 0.5 and negative 1, makes it a strong negative. Given the scatter plot, what is the best type of function that represents the data? Linear, quadratic, exponential, or no correlation? Linear is going up. They're closer together. Between the following variables, would you expect there to be a positive correlation? Which one would you expect there to be a positive correlation? The number of years spent in school and the salary. The longer you go to school, the higher your salary probably is going to be. Which of the following is one of the 5 values needed to make a box and whiskers plot? First quartile. You need the minimum, first quartile, second quartile, third quartile, maximum. George asked 5 of his friends how long they practiced shooting free throws and their shooting percentage in the last 5 games. He found a linear regression equation for the data to be y equals 10.5x plus 50.6. What does 10.5 mean in context of the equation? That for every hour they practiced, their free throw percentage went up 10.5%. Mr. Murray recorded the pulse rates for each of the following students in his classes. After the students had climbed a set of stairs, he displayed the results by the class, using a box and whiskers plot shown. Which class had the smallest interquartile range? Class 1, Class 2, Class 3, Class 4. What type of correlation does the following have? The height of a person versus the money in his or her savings account. Positive, negative, or no correlation. Class 3, if you look at our table over here, it's the one that's closest together for Q3 and Q1. 86 minus 83 approximately would be 3. And the height of a person on 13 has nothing to do with how much money in their savings account, so there would be no correlation. Which is the best description of the distribution? Bimodal, symmetric, skewed left, skewed right. Skewed right, or you could also call the cluster to the left.